this is Melanie for Pardesi. I'm here to talk about a little bit older film, Tamil film called Cuckoo, and it stars Dinesh, Ravi, and Malavika Nair, and they're both visually challenged people who develop a romance together. The film was written and directed by Raju Murugan, which I don't think that I have seen any of his other films, but the reason I watched this film, my next door neighbor, when she visited her parents in Chennai, she said, "What should I bring you back?" And I said, DVDs. So I'm still working my way through the dozen or so DVDs that she brought me back. So Cuckoo, it had sort of an indie, independent film kind of vibe through almost the entire film. And it was just delightful. So this romance develops between these two blind people. She has a heightened sense of smell, and he has a heightened sense of hearing. He can hear her footsteps even on a crowded train platform. He can pick her out. And similarly, she can pick out his unique scent amongst everyone else. They have really interesting characters played. Their friends who are all mostly blind as well. You know, he plays a prank on her and whatever, and then they meet up at a wedding. He has a beautiful singing voice, so she kind of falls in love with that. There's all sorts of wonderful stuff that happens in the beginning of this innocent love story. Well, it's complicated by the fact that she has a horrible brother. He wants to marry her off to this taxi driver guy. And so the last part of the film is this, you know, that's the thrust of the drama, that they are separated because her brother wants to marry her off and is forcibly wants to marry her off, in fact, and how she escapes that situation and how they find each other again is the end of the film. So I was loving the really delicate, light touch of the first part, most of the film. But then I would say about the last half hour, it was like the director turned the melodrama up to 11. It was too over the top, because the performances had been so natural and so wonderful, and then they had to like just stretch to this crazy level. I love melodrama, but this just seemed even too much for me. How radically the tone changed in that last part of the film. But I would still recommend seeing this film just because the performances and just the lovely way the romance gets going in the first half is just so great. I looked up this actor, Dinesh Ravi, and I have seen him before. He was in the Rajinikanth movie Kabali. He had a supporting role in that. And even coming up against Rajinikanth, I had noticed him and I was like, who is that guy? He's awesome. So I would love to know other films that this actor has done. The actress, too, I thought was particularly good. So I have not seen any of their other films, like I said, except for Kabali. So I would love to know some more recommendations of Dinesh films. It seemed like this is probably quite out of the ordinary for him. But I would love to see anything else that he's done, because I was really impressed with him. I mean, he had to go where the director asked him to go in the extreme melodrama of the end. It's just a really sweet love story, really unusual. Seeing two visually impaired characters come together in a love story like this was just something really special and unique. I'd love to know what you thought about this film, if you've seen it. Let me know in the comments. And like I said, I want more recommendations for Dinesh. I don't know what other films this director might have done anything similar, because this was something really special and unique, at least for the majority of it. If you like this video, please press that like button, share the video. I'd love for you to subscribe to the Pardesi channel and hit that bell when you subscribe, and you'll get notifications for any other upcoming videos that I'll put out. And follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Pardesi YT.